community.
The views expressed on this program do not necessarily represent those of Revive FM or its management.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome. I hope you're all well, inshallah. You're listening to Revive FM 94.0, and for those that don't know, today is the first debate night that we have, and alhamdulillah we have set up quite a few of them throughout the month of Ramadan, including some more shows just for everyone so that everyone can take part and listen to us. Now, for those that don't know, or for those that are just seeing this is a debate night. Just to let you guys know, we have named it debate night, but it's more of a discussion that's going to take place on some hot topics that are going around in the news, in society, and in our communities. And for anyone that wants to call in and take part in our conversation, please feel free to do so. The number is 0333 444 0940. Once more, that is 0333 444 0940. Now, with me in the studio, I have another brother who is my co-host. Now I'll let him introduce himself because I talk a lot, so go on.
That's all good. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I'm Mahi. I am 19 years old. I'm currently at university. I've also completed my hijab, alhamdulillah. I think that's a good.
So me and Mahi, we've been mates for a long time now.
Yeah.
This is the first time we're doing anything like this, so it's very, very nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, it's fun, and alhamdulillah, hopefully we can get this done today. Now, the topic that we're going to do today is Unveiling France. Okay, now when we thought about this topic, we weren't just talking about the hijab or the veil that a lot of people are talking about nowadays. We want to talk about the misconceptions, a few things that people are confused about, some truths, some of the historical facts about France. And obviously, because myself and Mahi, we're not from France, we're not historians, but we do have a very learned and educated person with us today. And for those that don't know or haven't seen the poster, his name is Shuaib Ashfaq, and he is a university lecturer. And just to give a bit more background information on him, Brother Shuaib, be a bit more respectful because he's older than me. Brother Shuaib is a lecturer at university, and he teaches in marketing and digital media. So without any further delays, I would like to welcome Brother Shuaib onto the show. So assalamu alaikum, Brother Shuaib, how are you?
Wa alaikum salam, alhamdulillah. What about you guys?
We're good, thank you. We're good. How's Ramadan been for you? It's just started.
Alhamdulillah, yeah, this was the first day and the second Taraweeh at home.
Good. So yeah.
Was good,
okay,
guys.
so it's the same for us as well. It's our second Taraweeh now.
Okay, and was it at home or in the mosques?
So our mosque, alhamdulillah, min Hajjul Quran, we have opened up the mosque for Taraweeh. But it's obviously limited numbers following the protocols and all of that. But Brother Mahi and myself, we are leading at home because we're both Hafiz, alhamdulillah.
Oh, mashallah.
Yeah.
Mashallah.
Okay, so let's jump into the topic today. So Mahi, do you want to...
Yeah, so of course, as Saad already mentioned, today we're going to be doing the hijab ban and what's going on in France. So Brother Shuaib, would you like to inform us what's really going on in France at the moment?
Yeah.
Very vague question, but
yeah.
Lightly here. Yeah.
Just a bit of background.
No problem. I think that's better to be vague because I want to start with briefly explain the context, because we know I've seen many things on social media and many things who are fake news. So I think it's a good idea to start with the beginning. So what is all this history about hijab ban, about many things we hear. So the thing is that on last February, in France, there is a law which has been proposed in the National Assembly, which is named Law Against Separatism. So separatism, in fact, is a concept which has been introduced by Emmanuel Macron, which is the president of France, and he used this term to replace the old term that we have, which was communitarism. I don't know if you have this term in English. Do you know what does it mean? Because I've searched for it. I didn't. I don't find it. So that's what I ask. So the communitarism is, the fact that you organize yourself into communities, and because of that, you make your community exclusive, and you cut off from all the society.
Okay,
So,
so yeah.
and
No, I
Muslims
mean,
are accused to do this in France.
I think the main issue, I think a lot of viewers are going to be listening to us and they're going to be thinking, there's three men sitting here. How are they talking about the hijab ban? Now, just to put this out there, I know it's a bit
Yeah.
unorthodox, but we did have a few guests lined up. But unfortunately, there's been a bit of a mishap. And inshallah, if anyone does have anything they want to add or join this conversation, please, we want to hear from women. We want to hear from people who are educated in this field. So again, if you do have any comments or concerns, or if you just want to speak out and tell people what you are thinking, then please phone us on 0333 444 0940, and we will take you live here right now on Revive FM. We're in the studio, but through technology, we'll be able to listen to you. Now, Shuaib bhai, I just wanted to ask, another question. The whole idea of a hijab ban. Is there why do you think in the UK especially, because we are in the UK, it's been so dramatized? I think, of course, it's important, very, very important, alhamdulillah, but some people are saying that has been dramatized, that the media is portraying it to be something that's very what do you call it, something that's what's the word?
Would you say they've like blown it out of proportion a little bit?
Exactly. They've blown the whole thing out of proportion.
Hello?
They're starting to. Yep. Hello, Shoaib bhai.
Sorry, I had a problem with my mic. Fine now.
That's okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's fine. Can you just repeat the last sentence?
Yeah, so we were just saying that some of the media, they've blown out of proportion, like Mahi said.
Yeah.
They've blown out of proportion the whole idea of a hijab ban. Now, the issue is that they're not focusing on the government, but instead they're now focusing on Muslims, to my understanding, and a lot of people's understanding as well. So the question I have for you, being a lecturer in digital media and marketing, why do you think media portraying a subject is very important? Regardless if hijab ban or even a smallest thing, why do you think media is important in this sense?
I think it's simple to understand. It's just because this is a topic that sells. It's very easy to attract people. Could you hear me well?
Yep, yep.
Okay, it's very easy to attract people with that kind of slogans. For example, if I've read some article in English, and the title is "Hijab is banned in France." Okay, but when you click on the article and you read carefully every line, it says that discussions are going on under the Senate. But they have to put that title so you can click and read the article. So it just it's not about specific about the Muslim or the hijab. It's more like a tool to attract people.
Okay, and
But because of this, there is a misconception. But because many people don't read articles, nowadays, just they see the titles, and then they tweet, they put on Instagram, hijab is banned in France, etc., etc., and then the whole of fake news, spread all over the social medias. So this is a problem basically. But just to let you know, currently when I'm speaking, there is no hijab ban in France.
Okay, yeah. Because over here in the UK, like for me, for example, when I've been on social media, it's just straight, hijab ban in France, hijab ban this, hijab ban that. So for you to say there's actually no hijab ban in France at the moment, and it's a bit of a misconception, I think it's cleared up a lot. Yeah.
But then the discussion, I think some people will say, is what if it happens? I think that's the issue here now, because
so what happened to be very simple, because this is a very complicated question, because there is a law which has been promulgated in which the law is after all the terrorist attacks that we had in France, there is this discussion about what is the place of Islam in France, etc. And a law came just to regulate some kind of things. And I've talked about you about the concept of laicite. So this is a particularly French concept that means secularism. And basically, it's a concept which has been announced in 1905. And the aim of that concept is that everyone, whether he's Christian, Muslim, can practice freely his religion. Because, in France, we are one of the most diverse and multi-religious, multicultural country in the world, even more than UK. Here we have, I think, more than 6 million Muslims. I don't know
Do
the
you,
figure.
sorry, I just want to ask, with the burqa ban, obviously that's taken
Yeah.
place. I think some people are worried now, especially in France, the population of Muslims within France, they are worried that this will affect them even more. So first they've taken a step with banning the burqa, and now they might or they could then ban the hijab. So what do you think? How, obviously we can't tell how people would feel. Obviously we're not women, and but we can try and understand and try to help the situation and try and inform people as well. Now the question I have for maybe Mahi and Shuaib as well is, what do you what how can we help women to feel a bit better? Because obviously we can't change laws. We can't walk in front of the French Senate and tell them that what you're doing is wrong, because that's not how it works, unfortunately. We wish sometimes, but it doesn't. So what do you think, as men, what do you think we can do to help? Either
Brother
Mahi.
Mahi, you want to start?
Mahi, do you wanna?
Very tough question, actually.
Yeah, it is a very tough question. I think just the show right now and just creating awareness and telling people what's going on first and foremost, that okay, there's a bit of a hijab, the hijab ban, of course, and clearing up any misconceptions people have. I think to start off, to just raise the awareness. But again, of course, we're not in France, so we don't know exactly what's going on. So I think I'll leave the rest to Shuaib, brother Shuaib.
Yeah, I think the first thing is very important that you say that we must, inform ourselves of what is happening in other countries, because we're Muslim, we have many communities who are living in whole Europe, in America. So it's important that we could, follow what's happening and what's really happening, not in the social media, but in a national assembly and the Senate of the country.
I think one more thing, like even today, the poster that's gone out for our show, a lot of people have messaged and saying, this is about the hijab ban, I want a bit more information. But the way we were trying to portray it is a bit more of a hidden meaning. We said unveiling France,
Yeah.
and that could mean a million things. But because of social media and because of this misportrayal of certain things, a lot of people think it's to do with the banning of the hijab, when in actual fact today we are going to be talking about several more topics that have been miscommunicated and misunderstood within France. That's the whole reason we're doing this show, so we can understand what's going on around the world for Muslims, especially in France.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what we're going to do today for anyone that has just joined in.
Just to maybe specify about the hijab ban, there is actually 3 amendments who are going on, discussion taking place about 3 things. The first is, the woman with headscarf who accompany the children in school trips. This is the first ban that we are talking about. The second one is the prohibition of wearing hijab for minor. It's not written hijab in the amendment. It's written any garment that would signify the inferiorization of the woman over men. So it's very interesting that they don't put headscarf or hijab, but they actually translate the meaning for them, which is an inferiority of the woman over the man by putting her on the hijab.
Sorry, I just want to add one more thing. We're talking about France a lot, and obviously we are based within the UK. A lot of our viewers are from the UK. Now, I think we should, me and Mahi were quite young. We're brothers. Well, we're not brothers, but we're both. God, I messed this up now. We're both boys, men. There we go. And we live in a very Western. We are in a Western, but we live in a very how do I say it? It's a very driven society where once they get a topic, they will take it all the way down to the end. You know, if we look at Twitter now, no, Twitter is a thing. Okay, Twitter is huge. Twitter is the new media, the new news. It's going to take over BBC one day. But Twitter is where people, they go on and they quickly they just say, you know, a few words, and that will get picked up, that will get retweeted, that will then get liked by other people. And I think this is where the whole idea of misconceptions come in. And you know, us being very westernized, I'm always on my phone, if I'm honest. You know, my parents tell me off for it still. But I'm always on my phone because this is the way that is just the way the Western world is. And I think, you know, being in France is one thing, being here is a separate thing, but the issues are completely switched over now. And I think the problem is places like Twitter and social media and word of mouth as well. I think that's the problem at the moment. Now, unfortunately, we do have to go to a break very soon, so I'm gonna wrap it up just here, and after the break we will see you. But for those of you that have just joined in or are listening to us right now, we are live in the studio Revive FM 94.0, and for those of you that want to call in and take part in this discussion, please feel free to do so on the number of 0333 444 0940. Once again, that is 0333 444 0940. And feel free to visit our website for more information, www.revivefm.co.uk, and we will all see you after the break, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Turkish Kitchen, the best Turkish food you'll ever taste. We only use the highest quality meat. Along with our mixed grill platters, we serve cold mezes, hot mezes, lahmacun, and a wide selection of fish options. To order for delivery or collection, call us now on 0208 507 8822. That's 0208 507 8822. Or visit us at 41 Ripple Road, Barking, IG11 7NT. We can also take group bookings and take care of all your party needs. The Turkish Kitchen, Barking.
Need your tyres checked? Have a flat or a nail in your tyre? Don't panic. Visit B1 Tyres. Our professional and friendly team will have you back on the road in no time. We stock over 3,000 tyres and have some of the best prices in town. Wheel alignment, alloy gaiters, and wheel refurbs are just some of the services that we offer. So call us on 0203 875 3525 or visit us at B1 Tyres, Unit B, 43 to 49 Fowler Road in Hainault. B1 Tyres, the garage you can trust.
This is Aisha. Her father died in an accident at a very young age. She lives with her mother and siblings. There are millions like Aisha who do not have access to the very basics of life, resulting in her and many others not being able to attend school. Through Minhaj Welfare Foundation, your charity is dedicated towards supporting the full needs of orphans and needy children around the world. Donate today. Call us now, 0300 30 30 777, or visit us on minhajwelfare.org.
Nikah, talaq, counseling on matrimonial disputes, Islamic wills, Islamic law of inheritance, or an Islamic verdict on any other issue. The Muslim Sharia Council is at your service. We provide official certification, and our experienced and highly qualified imams are available to provide you with guidance when needed. MQI London is based at 292 to 296 Romford Road, Forest Gate. We are open from Monday to Friday, 2 to 4 p.m. or alternatively, call us now on 0208 257 1786.
Now we're gradually coming out of lockdown. We can meet up outside in groups of up to 6 or 2 households. Have friends round for a drink in the garden. There you are, doing your bit, keeping a safe distance. When it starts to get dark and a little chilly, and suddenly your lounge looks very warm and inviting. But don't forget, you're much safer in the fresh air because COVID-19 particles are blown away. Let's take this next step safely. Remember, hands, face, space, and fresh air.
Thinking of selling or letting your property? Need someone reliable to find the best prospect for your home? Well, look no further. Cameron Adams is here to take care of all your needs. Our professional and experienced team will guide you through the entire process and ensure you find the right client for your property. For a no-obligation quotation, contact us now on 0208 558 2000. That's 0208 558 2000. Or visit us at 30 Church Lane in Leytonstone. Cameron Adams, always at your service.
This is Aisha. Her father died in an accident at a very young age. She lives with her mother and siblings. There are millions like Aisha who do not have access to the very basics of life, resulting in her and many others not being able to attend school. Through Minhaj Welfare Foundation, your charity is dedicated towards supporting the full needs of orphans and needy children around the world. Donate today. Call us now, 0300 30 30 777, or visit us on minhajwelfare.org.
People of Asian and Black ethnic origin are at an increased risk of COVID-19. Queen Mary University London has launched a research study called Covidence UK to find out why this is. If you are Black or Asian, we need your help to complete our studies. All you need to do is complete an online survey. Please help us to understand the coronavirus disease so we can develop tools to prevent it. Sign up at qmul.ac.uk/Covidence. Sign up and save lives.
If you want to advertise your business on Revive FM, then visit www.revivefm.co.uk. Alternatively, contact our sales team now on 079 44 56 5616. That's 079 44 56 5616.
Revive FM
94.0. On the radio.
on your mobile.
And online.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back from the very, very short break that we just had. So I hope everyone is well, inshallah. For those that don't know, my name is Saad. I have my co-host brother Mahi with me, and we also have Shuaib Ashfaq, who is a university lecturer all the way from France. And today we are going over we're going over numerous topics to do with France and the country and what's actually going on within France. So for those of you that are just joining us, welcome back from the break. As I just introduced everyone, if you do want to join us by calling in, if you want to talk to us, have a conversation with us, we do have some time today, and inshallah we will be able to have a very nice conversation. So please call us on 0333 444 0940. Once more, that is 0333 444 0940. Now, just before we went off to the break, we talked about social media and the impact and all this hijab ban and misconception and the injustice that's going on in France for especially women and especially Islamic Muslim women in France. So is there anything you want to ask, Mahi, or do you want to...
Some people are saying that this isn't Islamophobia. So why do you think this might not be, or this might be, Brother Shuaib? Like, what's your opinion on that? Like, it might not be Islamophobia.
Can I add to that? There's one more side. Sorry, Brother Shuaib, we're going to ask you a lot of questions today. But according to This Morning, now for those that don't know who This Morning is, it's a TV show where they have a lot of debates and talks, and it's quite funny sometimes as well. I enjoy watching it. Now, according to Belgium, they think that this is an attack on religious freedom when they ban the hijab. Bulgaria, they say that this is a trend of disturbing intolerances and xenophobia. And the Netherlands, they say that they are prisoners in their own homes. Now, Shahibai, how do you think you would respond to this? Now, obviously, we are not women, like I've said before, but how do you think we can try and respond to these people? You know, there's two sides of the coin. Number one, there's people who think it's not Islamophobia, it's just France doing what they want. And on the other side of the coin, we have people who are being oppressed, people who their rights are being taken away, and people who do not have a say anymore. Now, Brother Shahib, what do you think? What do you think? Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, it's a very complex question. First of all, we need to define what is Islamophobia. So this is, whole of a subject. There is many definitions. There are many debates going on this. For me, Islamophobia is when you reject anything because it's Islamic or it's referred to that. Okay, so if you take the case of France about the hijab, I would more say it's there is more problem of ignorance or maybe understandable fear that people have and legitimately have in France. People who are not Muslim, but I don't think we can talk about Islamophobia because it's not very deliberate. People just don't understand what hijab is, and I think this is where we have to do our part, because people don't know what is hijab. People don't know. When I quoted the amendment, they say that this show the inferiority of women over men. This is the idea when we talk about hijab. People think that it's a political symbol, and I think we don't have many voices who are answering that, explaining what hijab really is. So I think this is maybe a role that we can play in that part.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Brother Shuaib. Another thing I kind of wanted to get into, the next thing we wanted to discuss was, of course, along with the hijab ban, is the meat slaughter and the banning of the Islamic way of slaughtering meat in France too. So what's, again, because of course we're in the UK, the way the media and again in social media, the way it's being portrayed could be completely different, and again it links with the misconceptions. So again, what's really going on with about the meat slaughter in France?
Yeah, this is the same thing. This is a completely fake news about this. There is no ban on slaughtering or halal meat in France. Okay, just to explain you the issue, there is basically two ways of slaughtering. Either you do ritual slaughter if you're a Muslim or Jew, or if you belong to any religion that require this, or you just throat cut after dizziness, or we can say stunning. So this is the two ways of slaughter an animal. The advantage story of stunning is that we can industrialize. So in terms of businesses, it's better. In the ritual part, you can't do this. So here in France, there are some halal organisms that had elaborated their own method of stunning animals, because when we stun according to Islamic principle, you can't stun animal because there is the fear that it can be it can dead, and then you can't eat them. So they have their own method, some Islamic organism. And what they do, they use electricity, but at a very low voltage, so that according to them, that it's ensured that the animal is still alive.
So in okay, no, this is getting confusing. So in simple terms,
Yeah.
when I'm trying to simplify this. Okay, so in Islamic terms, so what's the change that's happening in France? What are they actually banning? Because for us, we think that they're just banning halal meat altogether. We don't know what's going on.
They are banning. As I've said, there are some organisms that use electricity but at low voltage, and the organization who deal all this said, okay, either you do ritual without electricity, or you stun it. But you can't do the middle way, because when you do the middle way, animal, is suffering. You understand this?
Okay, so what do Muslims do then? Because if they're not allowed to follow a certain ruling, or
No, they are. They are.
They
just
are
saying,
now.
Yes, they are still the beginning. What I'm saying is that there are some organisms who are using stunning, but with electricity at low voltage, and what was doing this to make it halal and industrialize it. I'm not sure if I'm
no, it makes
okay.
more sense now.
Okay, and just to finish about this, these organisms, when the institution told them you can't do this anymore, they launch a press release telling that we Muslims cannot slaughter in halal way in France.
Okay,
because
now
they touch their business.
I wanna swing this off a little bit. Okay, I think this
Yeah.
is gonna go a bit off topic, but we'll bring it back around the end. Now, what I'm thinking is, I'm quite young. I'm 20 years old. Mahi, how old are you?
I'm 19.
He's 19. He's a little baby. No, I'm joking. He's just a year younger than me. But we're both very young, okay? And Brother Shuaib is a bit older than us. But what I'm thinking is, we live in a Western world. Again, like I said just before the break, we live in a world where Twitter and Insta or Instagram and Snapchat or Snap these are the things that are basically social media nowadays. You know, before it used to be Facebook. No one, people do use Facebook, but I don't think it's that common in youngsters. But what I'm trying to say is that as people of the youth, and for those that don't know, I should have done this justice before, but Brother Shuaib, he is the president of Minhaj Brothers in France, which is a very big achievement, mashallah. You know, for the whole Minhaj organization within France, he's the president of the Youth League. Now, Shoaib Bhai, being a president of the Youth League, what do you think? You know, French people, because obviously our viewers are from the UK, a lot of them are very Western. What do you think the youngsters that are listening to this show now, that are a bit confused about social media and taking initiative and reading up on news, what do you think they should do when they see these messages? What do you think they should try and understand?
I think they should read articles, but fully read them. And before sharing anything on the social media, as Muslim, we have the responsibility, because if you share something and it's wrong, you're taking the guna of it. So it's very important that before sharing anything, you just check the information. And it's true that Islam in France is very complex. We have a lot of debates, and sometimes genuine debates, because it's very complex. I can't explain you in one show what is going on here. But the thing is that what is very important for all of us is that when we keep informing ourselves. So just don't go on. You can check in social media, but check the sources, okay, who talk about this, and try to cross-check maybe the information.
But then that's all fine and good, but to be honest, a lot of people aren't going to do that. They're not going to read through the whole article, and they're not going to read through all this information. So again, especially media outlets, I personally think having headlines that misrepresent stuff is a very big thing. Obviously they want people to read their stuff, but don't lead them into a completely wrong direction, number one. And number two, obviously Shuaib is the expert here, I'm not, so I don't know what I'm saying. But number two, I think people need to understand that, especially youngsters, when you read an article, or when you see something on someone's Instagram story, or when you see something on someone's Snapchat, just a screenshot, they're showing you their opinion. I think this is what we need to understand. I might have my own views, and Mahi over there, he might have his own separate, point of views. And I think if I was to post something, I didn't have the expectation of Mahi. I didn't have the expectation of Mahi understanding that. Now we do have a phone call from someone, so I am just going to bring them in. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Hello. I think they have cut the line, unfortunately. Now, so whoever that was, if you are listening, please call us back. We will try to get you in the conversation again, and we'll try to have a conversation about what we are talking about today. Now, back to what I was saying about opinions and all of that. Now, I personally think if I'm going to post one thing on my social media, on my status or story or whatever it might be, and Mahi might do something else, I think we need to understand, especially the youth and youngsters, that when you see something, you don't have to agree with it just because your friend put it out there.
Yeah, sorry. I think it is that, but at the same time, I think don't just believe everything you see, because a lot of the time, it's not just like friends posting stuff. You might just see something like a big Instagram page, or something
like 40k followers.
Even something just trending on Twitter. Don't just believe everything you see straight away. Do question it, and then, like Brother Shuaib said, read the articles properly, because if we take it for what's been said and then we share that, there could be a chance that we're also misleading people. So it's our responsibility at the same time to do our research, to read these articles, and to be sure that maybe this is right, maybe this is wrong, to be fully aware of the situation before we share it.
No.
Yeah, and sorry, talking about solution, Brother Saad, there are some people who are doing good stuff, good work on this. They summarize news, they put headlines, but they doing it well. And I think that there are some, you can follow, you can find I don't know in English because I follow it in France. But you have some people who are doing this stuff, for young people who can't read articles, who can't read paper, which are two-page long. There are some people, so just make sure to find it. And if you wanna, speak on a subject or dig in the subject, then you're obliged to, read, research, and be serious about it. There is no other solution, Brother Saad.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. No, I think this goes all the way back to what we were talking about right at the beginning about social media and the hijab ban and the meat slaughtering. Now we're going to bring in one more topic after the break because, again, there's so much to talk about within France, but we've picked out a few things with the help of Brother Shuaib, who's been an amazing, amazing help. Obviously, thank you for your time. We're not, dismissing you just yet. We still need you for a little bit more. But no, this conversation is going great. Well, I'm learning a lot. I'm not sure about Mahi, but
Yeah,
I'm learning. I'm learning a lot because, again, like we said, we're Western youth. We are born. Well, I was born in London. I've been brought up in London. I've gone through primary, secondary, college. College and now university. I'm in university now. I'm in my second year, and I've seen this kind of I've seen misconceptions throughout my whole life, but nothing like what's going on in France. And it just goes to show that being in a different country, there's so much that you don't understand. There's so much that you don't understand. You can't understand. Even still now, there's some stuff that Brother Traber said that's flown over my head. And it's not because he hasn't explained them all, it's because I just can't imagine them to be true, or I just can't imagine them to happen because we live in I believe, a very diverse community in London. So that's basically why.
This is a very important point you raised. There is not only the language barrier, there is a cultural barrier, and it's based on years and centuries of history.
That's true, yeah.
Which are different from France to UK, and it's very difficult to project ourselves in other countries. This is why if we want to share things about other countries or to pick up things of other countries, we need to very be serious on it and try to understand things and as you're doing, speaking with local people to understand what's happening.
100%. Now, it was a bit of a so for me, for example, I will say to get Brother Shuaib on the show it was quite easy. And the reason is because we have our contacts here. I'm in Hajj. Again, Brother Shuaib is a member of the Youth Society, the Youth League within France, and I'm a member of the Youth League within London. So I think that kind of diverse communication, that helps. But for those youngsters and for those even older generations that don't have access to people around the globe and to people in another country, it's a bit difficult for them to understand what's actually going on. And I think that's the problem now. Before I overtalk the time, we do have a break going on, another 3 minute break that will happen soon, inshallah. But for those of you that are listening, and for the caller that did call but has dropped out, unfortunately, please call us back again on 0333 444 0940. And once more, that is 0333 444 0940. Now, this is the Unveiling France show, the debate show, the late night debate show, just after your Taraweeh, some of you that you are listening. And inshallah, we will be back after a very short break. Assalamu alaikum.
If you want to advertise your business on Revive FM, then visit www.revivefm.co.uk. Alternatively, contact our sales team now on 07944 56 5616. That's 07944 56 5616.
Amigos, the signature name when it comes to burgers and shakes. Our succulent burgers are prepared in front of you while you wait. Whether you go for our 6-ounce Mexican or our 10-ounce Texan, or you decide to go for our messy fries or our buffalo wings, one thing you're guaranteed is quality. Dine in with your friends and family at 400 Cranbrook Road, Gants Hill, or order in on Uber Eats, Just Eat or Deliveroo. Amigos, hats off to great burgers.
प्रतापत थैंक यू सो मच जो आप हमें वक्त दिया है और पहला सवाल आपसे ये पूछेंगे कि जो ये मूव अभी हमारे बच्चों को वापस स्कूल जाने में ये अच्छा मूव है कि नहीं
जैसा कि आप जानते हैं स्कूल और कॉलेज में बच्चों और जवान लोगों के जाने के बहुत फायदे हैं सिर्फ तालीम ही की वजह से नहीं बल्कि उनकी जिस्मानी ज़हनी नशोनुमा भी होती है
जैसे हमें पता है कि काफी पेरेंट्स को कंसर्न्स हैं ये जो बच्चे वापस स्कूल जा रहे हैं और स्पेशली टेस्टिंग के बारे में कि क्या पता चलेगा किस बच्चों को कोविड है कि नहीं, तो बच्चे टेस्ट होंगे कि नहीं?
एक हफ्ते में 2 बार कोविड-19 टेस्ट तमाम सेकेंडरी स्कूल और कॉलेज के बच्चों के साथ साथ तमाम टीचर्स के लिए भी दस्तयाब है।
और आप क्या सोचते हैं कि ये टेस्ट करना जरूरी है?
हाँ बिल्कुल, यकीनी तौर पर 3 में से एक फर्द जिसको कोविड-19 है उसको उसकी कोई अलामत नहीं और वो ये जाने बगैर अपने दोस्तों और अपने खानदान के लोग तक फैला सकते हैं।
टेस्टिंग के अलावा और कोई एडिशनल मेजर्स हैं बच्चों को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए?
अज़ाफ़ी हिफाजती इक़दामात के तौर पर स्कूल और कॉलेज के बच्चों के वालिदैन और बच्चों की देखभाल के बबल्स के लिए बाकायदगी से तेज रफ्तार कोविड-19 टेस्ट दस्तयाब है। उसके अलावा स्कूलों में बच्चे और टीचर फेस मास्क पहनते हैं और हैंड सैनिटाइजर भी इस्तेमाल करते हैं। उनकी ब्रेक और लंच टाइम भी मुख्तलिफ टाइम पर होगी।
और फाइनली अब भाई काफी पेरेंट्स हैं जो कंसर्न हैं कि बच्चों को अभी जो वापस स्कूल जा रहे हैं जो ना उनकी कंसर्न्स के लिए आप क्या एडवाइस देंगे उन पेरेंट्स को?
हम में से जितने ज्यादा लोग हफ्ते में 2 बार टेस्ट करवाएंगे उतने ही ज्यादा हम एक दूसरे की हिफाजत कर सकते हैं और एक दूसरे को महफूज रख सकते हैं। टेस्ट करवाना आसान और मुफ्त है।
Minhaj School of Islamic Sciences provides quality Islamic education for children aged between 5 and 15 years old. As well as teaching classical Islam including Tajweed, Fiqh, Seerah and Aqidah, we endeavour to equip children with essential Islamic manners, morals and values. Here at MSIS, our experienced teachers create an inspirational learning environment where we strive to cater for the needs of every child. For enrolment inquiries, inquire in person at Minhaj School of Islamic Sciences, Monday to Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. at 292-296 Romford Road, or email admin.edu_london@minhajuk.org.
Through Minhaj Welfare Foundation, your giving saves lives. Your support has provided more than 3 million people with access to clean and safe water, emergency relief in natural disaster and crisis-affected areas around the world, supported orphans and needy children with a better future. This year, your help can do more. Donate your zakat, sadaqah, and charitable donations to any of your chosen projects. Call us now 0300 30 30 777 or visit us on minhajwelfare.org.
This Ramadan, order all your groceries from Waris Food Store. Based in Walthamstow at 420 Hoe Street, we have everything you're looking for, from fresh meat to fresh fruit and veg, along with all the traditional Desi food items. We also do deliveries, so place your order now and call us on 0208 521 0000. That's 0208 521-0000।
अब हम आहिस्ता आहिस्ता लॉकडाउन से बाहर आ रहे हैं। अब हम दोबारा बाहर मिल भी सकते हैं, 6 लोगों के साथ पार्क में पिकनिक, लेकिन अपने अपने कंबल और आपस में बहुत सारा फासला रखकर। लेकिन अचानक कोई दोस्त दिख जाए तो उसे साथ आने की दावत ना देना बुरा लगेगा ना। लेकिन ज्यादा लोगों से मिलने का मतलब है कोविड-19 के होने का ज्यादा खतरा। इसलिए सिर्फ 6 लोगों तक के ग्रुप्स या 2 खानदान आपस में मिल सकते हैं। आइए इस अगले कदम को इंतहाई एहतियात से उठाएं। याद रखिए, हैंड्स, फेस, स्पेस एंड फ्रेश एयर।
Revive FM
94.0 on the radio,
on your mobile,
and online.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hello, welcome back from the break. I hope everyone is doing well, inshallah. Now, for those of you that are just joining us, welcome back, from the break. My name is Saad, this is Brother Mahi, and we have Brother Shuaib as well, who is our guest for today. Now, for those that have been following us for a long time, you know that we do these late night debate night shows where we have a conversation, where we have some heated arguments. Maybe not today, it's not more of an argument, but more of a conversation. But throughout the week, throughout the whole month of Ramadan, we have a lot of shows lined up. There's been a lot of thought and a lot of time and effort behind the scenes. We're here in the studio, but behind the studio, behind the scenes, there's been a lot of work that has gone in just to creating content, just to planning shows, just to even getting guests to come to our radio station and to have a conversation. So Please, guys, if you want to be a part of the conversation, if you want to be a part of Revive FM and tell us what you're thinking. This is a platform. It's not just here for us to speak. It's for you guys to listen, for you guys to voice what you are thinking, for you guys to voice your own opinions. And if you want to do that, feel free to call us live in the studio on 0333 444 0940. Now, let's get back to the topic. So, for those that don't know, just a little bit of a recap. In the beginning, we decided to talk about France, a bit of the misunderstandings and miscommunications that are going on with the hijab ban and the halal meat slaughter banning. And there's one more thing that we just want to touch on in the last couple of minutes that we have, and that's on the idea of imams. I'm not going to say anymore because I don't want to spoil it. But this is very quiet. Now, this is, I'll come to this afterwards because I talk a lot. I'll come to this. I'll come to this after. But Shuaib, I'll just ask you straight up. Let's get straight to the chase. What is going on with imams and the French government? What's happening in France?
Yeah, this is an interesting question because, as you said, this is very, nobody talk about this. And this is maybe, from the three topics we discussed today, this is maybe the most problematic for me. Because, Islam for France is something very, that they struggle to understand. It's very difficult. Maybe because especially, because contrary to the Christians or the Jews, we don't have any structure representation for the whole of Muslims, So they don't know, I mean, the government don't know who to talk with and how to organize things. And, the latest elected president, Emmanuel Macron, wanted to take this challenge. So he created a board with imams and religious representatives and asked them to write jointly with the government a chart which every imam would have to pledge and respect. They would have to sign it. I didn't go through the document as it haven't been launched yet. It would be launched, I think, in the coming weeks. But there are some article in that which in the chart that says, for example, that we recognize as imam that the law of the land is superior to the law of the religion, for example. And there are some things problematic in this. So there is a whole debate in France. So, because they are saying that if imams don't sign it, they won't be allowed to be an imam. Okay. So it's very problematic. It's not coming out because this is very sensitive, and even the government is they are fearing to the direction. But this is very problematic because they go from a state when they say, okay, we apply secularism, laicite. We don't enter into religion. They don't enter into politics. There is a separation. But with the problematics of these last years, they said, okay, but with Islam, we need to, they are starting some things, but this is not, I think this is, we can say, good, bad ideas.
Okay, so thank you, Shuaib. So how, this, of course, this is the first time that we're hearing this. So how official is this? Is this going to happen soon, within the next few months, weeks, or is this just an idea at the moment? And also, like you said, all the imams, and of course there's if they don't sign, they'll be stripped of their title of being an imam in France. So there's obviously repercussions there if they don't sign. So how bad is it? A bad situation for the imams at the moment?
Yeah, it's more subtle than this. It would be more than if you don't sign it, we will see that you don't sign it, and for example, we won't help you. We won't, make easy things for you. We will cut your subvention, financial subvention, etc.
See, what I don't understand is that, obviously there are different issues going on around the world, in the same country, even same cities. But what I don't understand is why, things like this, things that they can't be twisted in the media. And unfortunately, because they can't be twisted, no one really knows about it. The imam signing, I'll be honest, I had no idea it was happening until about 10-15 minutes before the show when we had a conversation. Now, we do have a caller. Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Hi, good evening and walaikum assalam.
Good evening. How are you, brother?
Yeah, alhamdulillah. I just wanted to wish you a happy Ramadan. I'm just viewing your program from last hour and it's very, very good. Topic is very good. And just wanted to appreciate you and want to say salam to all staff.
Jazakallah, thank you very much. Wa alaikum salam. Do you, brother, you're here now, so I'm gonna drag you into this. Do you have any comments? What do you think about what we've been discussing? Do you have anything to say? Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah. Basically, let me introduce you. My name is Jarar. I'm also presenter, one of the presenters of Revive FM, and it's very good step by Revive FM that they are going to start very good program during this month to know many things which we don't know normally. So I have a general question. Obviously, I've never been to France, but I have one question is mine that sometimes they say that they have debates about hijab and other things. So my question is that why is that need to debate there? Like here, we know that in UK, everybody is independent to wear whatever they want. So why there is need in France to debate against religion or against hijab especially?
Perfect. Jazakallah. Thank you very much for your question, brother. Thank you very much. So Shuaib, do you want to give a response to that?
Yeah, this is a very interesting question. We didn't touch this for now. This is, in laicite, you have many points, but just to reply on this, there is a point called neutrality, that the agent of the state should be, neutral. For example, a policeman don't because he's representing the state can't show his religion, because he has to be neutral, because France is a country where there are Muslim, Jews, etc. So to be equal with everyone, he has to be neutral. This is the argument. For example, that this is why teachers can't put hijab, policemen can't put hijab, a local mayor can't put hijab, etc. This is the idea of neutrality.
But that's not very neutral, is it? I mean, it is neutral, but by disagreeing with something or agreeing with something, you're then therefore either agreeing or disagreeing with something. So neutral. You're neutral by following the laws of the land and not wearing the hijab. But on one side, your religion says, or people have the choice to wear the hijab, and there are a lot of women, Muslim women, that wear the hijab for their own personal reasons, and not because they are trying to disobey someone or go against someone or to just annoy the government. People don't wear the hijab to just annoy the government, from my understanding.
But once again, I agree with you. I'm just telling the stance of France. But this is very particular to France because of the history that we have with religion. With Christian religion, they were, the king was the leader, politically and spiritually, and when they made the decision that the separation, then in France at the time we don't have Muslims, and now there are Muslims. So they said, okay, if the Christians have to follow these rules, to don't have cross, etc. So why don't Muslim have to do the same? So this is why they're asking that today a Christian or a Jew, maybe with the Jew it's different, but a Christian, we can't say if it's a Christian or not. But when we say you saw a Muslim, you see a Muslim, especially a woman, if she has a hijab, this is clear that she's a Muslim, and this is problematic if she represents the state.
See, this is why we kind of have these conversations. We started off with the hijab ban, then we talked about the halal meat slaughter, and now we're talking about something that's not being talked about, which is the imams having to sign, a certain document. Now, there's been so much that I've learned today, and I'm still confused, if I'm very honest. The more stuff that gets thrown at me, it just flies over my head. But what I have understood, I think the basic core principle is the idea of media, and the youth. I'm not going to blame the youth, because to be honest, it's not their fault. It's not anyone's fault that they are reading something and they understand it, and that's the only opinion that they have, and that's what's going to be circulated around social media. Now, the issue that I have, I'm going to say out loud, is that if someone, for example, journalists, a lot of them, they should be neutral. Of course, they can have an opinion, but when they are writing a piece of text that people are going to read, I think they need to make it very clear that what they're saying is an opinion and not a fact. Because there's a lot of things that Brother Shuaib has made very clear to us, being a citizen of France, that are not true. The hijab ban, what are the misconceptions? Even with the halal meat slaughter, they're not actually banning halal meat. I think people need to understand that's a very big thing. And on top of that, instead of a misconception, now we have something that, I don't want to say they're trying to hide, but it's something that's not talked about, which is imams having to sign something. Now, religiously, obviously, we know imams, they are seen as heads of the community. They are seen as people who lead their community through both religious practices and their day-to-day lives, because imams, they are members of the community as well. They are they are a minority, but they are still a part of the community. And I think it's very important that all the issues get spoken about, which is why we have talked about it today. Now, we have unfortunately run out of time, but what I would like to say is thank you, Brother Shuaib. Thank you so much for coming, taking time out. I think it's 1 o'clock now, 1 a.m. Yeah, 1 a.m. In France. They're an hour ahead of us. But yeah, thank you very, very much, Shuaib, for taking time out of your night when you should be sleeping after Taraweeh when you're tired. But thank you for taking time out. Thank you for, voicing your opinions, giving us some information, giving the UK information, and giving your time to Revive FM.
Thank you, and I appreciate a lot the conversation. Thank you very much.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you very much. So today has been great. Today has been amazing. Mahi, do you wanna say anything?
It's all good, right? I think you went really, really well.
Good. Alhamdulillah. Everything went really well. Some things, they're not, a lot of people might be listening to this and they might be intrigued, not because it's fun or because they understand it, but because they want to learn about it. We are living in the UK, but we want to learn about what's going on around the world for a country such as France, where Muslims do live there. A lot of people are, they could be being oppressed in some people's views. Some people think they're not being oppressed. There's hundreds of millions of opinions. And today we've just been able to just literally chip on the wall and try and understand the common misconceptions that are going on around in France. So thank you.
Maybe there are two things to finish with. That if people want to know more about what's happening in France and understand, because to know they can go on the paper and newspaper to show, to read what's happening. But to understand, there is maybe two things I would say. One is that to read history of France, so they can understand what is the root, when are the roots of the problem. And the second thing is more, practical, is maybe to search on laïcité. It's you write it Laicite, sorry, at the end. So laïcité, okay, and you will maybe understand more about what's going on here and why it's going on.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Shuaib, very learned individual who's taken, who's given a lot to this conversation. Now, thank you very much, guys. We are now about to finish. You've been listening to Revive FM 94.0, the very first debate night of Ramadan 2021. And we hope you keep listening. The shows will be at the same time, 11 p.m. to 12 p.m. every night. Please make sure you tune in and call in and take part within these conversations. And I just want to finish on some of our information. If you do want to call in, call to us on 0333 444 0940. And for any more information about Revive FM 94.0, any queries you have or any donations you want to make, please visit our website at www.revivefm.co.uk. It's been a pleasure presenting and hosting this conversation, and we'll all see you next Tuesday where we'll be talking about something else. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.
Through Minhaj Welfare Foundation, your giving saves lives. Your support has provided more than 3 million people with access to clean and safe water, emergency relief in natural disaster and crisis-affected areas around the world, supported orphans and needy children with a better future. This year, your help can do more.